Hi everyone. So I just filmed my introduction video and I realized that I don't even have a name for this channel yet. I'm going to put up a name, like a generic name, but I don't really know what I want to call it. I cannot think of a name for it because I have a blog idea in mind to go along with the channel and I don't know. So if you have a name, a possible name for this channel, let me know and help me out because I don't know what I want to name this channel. Like, obvious and basis of this channel will be shifting your entire life from the inside out. So doing your work inside to change your external, basically. I want to do this in 365 days within a year. I want to see some really big shifts in my life, positive shifts. Let me say that. Some really positive shifts. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about what exactly I want to shift in my life. Usually when I do my when I get ready for the new year and I do my New Year's resolutions or whatever you want, I don't do resolutions, but my goals, my New Year's goals. I have like 10 of them usually, and I limit myself to 10, which I thought is pretty doable. And I guess I probably can still have those 10 goals. But as far as shifting internally, I only have 3. I didn't want to have a lot of things to focus on because within these 3 things, there are a lot of small shifts that need to happen to create the bigger shift that I want to see in life. So I'm just going to take you through that really quickly. And then I would love to hear from you if you have some big shifts that you would like to make in your life as well. So what I've done is I've taken these 3 notebooks they're like, I think they're Moleskine. I know they're Moleskine from Amazon, and I can put a link below too, but I have these 3 notebooks, and what I did was wrote down on the front of the notebooks what I want the shift to be. And so what I'm going to do is, where every time I read a book, every time I listen to a YouTube, every time I listen to a podcast or a video or something like that, that has something to do with one of these 3 things, I'm going to take what I've learned, put it in this notebook, and my thinking is that I'll have everything in one spot. So when I need to come back to something, I'll have it to come back to. So that's how I am envisioning this working out. Hopefully it works out, and I plan to do that throughout the year because these are the big 3 shifts that I really want to see change in my life, and I think they'll really help propel me to be the woman that I know that I want to be. One of the big things that I'm learning is that, or that I've learned within the past couple months, I guess I've known for a while, but I never really took it into my mind, I guess, is that in order to become the person that you see that you want to be, you have to kind of step into that person so before you can get there. So you have to take on the attributes and the personality traits and some of the other things that that person may do in their daily life and the way they may act and respond to things. And you are becoming that person. So if you see the person you want to be, you actually have to take the steps to become that person. And that's hopefully what I want to do, because the person that I envision myself being, she kind of lives a different life. Like my life, I'm not saying it's bad at all, but it's not exactly what I thought it would be at 44 years of age. And for instance, I do want a family. I don't have a family yet. And even if that's through adoption, or if I find someone that has children already, even just having a husband, me and my husband, we can be a family. And my mom, and things like that. So I envisioned, one, that I would have a family by now, and the woman that I want to be definitely has a very caring and loving, faithful, honest, hilarious, awesome, awesomely good looking, handsome, tall husband. I know the tall thing is what gets most people, but I'm almost 6 feet tall, so I need a tall husband. But that's one thing. Another thing is that I really want to live somewhere where I enjoy living, and I move somewhere a little bit warmer, which I do love that, but I think just my environment is not where I would like it to be completely right now. I'll say that. So let's go get to the journals. So the first journal that I have is happiness. I really want to work on being happy from the inside out. And by that, I mean having an internal joy that cannot be disrupted by anything external. Because I do know for sure that happiness comes from inside, that I know that happiness is a choice now. Like, I used to think of happiness as you had a baseline of happiness here. And things can happen in your life that can take you up, make you a little happier, a lot happier, or things can happen in your life, take you down and make you less happy. But whatever happens in life, eventually you'll come back to this point of happiness where you were born and you cannot shift that. I no longer believe that through some things that I've been reading, and I do know that happiness is a choice. And that makes me so excited and happy that I'm able to control my happy, basically. I am a Christian and I'm a spiritual person, so I do know that a lot of my happiness also comes from the Lord. And I don't want to negate that. And every day I do have an AM and PM ritual that I don't always stick with, but that I want to start sticking with, but where I pray and read the Bible and things like that too. So happiness, definitely. This time next year, I want to be at a different place in happiness. It's not as if I'm unhappy. I just know that I can choose to be happy no matter what. Life throws you some really big hardballs. And I know sometimes you'll get sad but I know there are people that go through things and they still have this joy inside of them. And I just want to get to that place where I'm more of a positive person than a negative person, where my internal thoughts are more positive than negative. The next one is my voice. I never liked my voice, and it's really it's a really bad thing to say, because your voice is such a gift, and I have spent a lot of my life not using my voice. I've spent a lot of my life being quiet, which I can't say I'm a quiet person by nature. I am an introvert by nature, which I love being, but I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies because I can be extroverted at times. But I don't think there's anything wrong with being an introvert. I love being an introvert, actually, because I love just observing and listening and learning and before I speak, and just being really observant. I feel like me being quiet was more of a societal chain, more of a societal burden put it on me, because I often felt like when I use my voice and when I put myself out there, and this connects with the next thing too, which I'll just share now, is to love myself more. But I felt like a lot of times when I use my voice, or when I was just being myself, I wasn't accepted and I was made fun of. And so I learned kind of how to almost put on this mask to make myself be more acceptable as far as what people wanted. Because, I have like a lot of good little quirks. Some people call me weird. I've always been a nerd. I love school. Even younger, I loved school, and I was just bullied so bad in grammar school, and I just learned how to be this person that was acceptable for everyone else, but I didn't accept. So I kind of started somewhere in grammar school to kind of hate myself and I hate who I was. Luckily, I've gotten therapy, and I've learned a lot since then. I'm 44, so I've grown a lot, and I do know I like who I am, I like me, but I still sometimes feel like inhibited on being myself, and I don't like that, and I feel inhibited on using my voice. And I definitely want to share my voice with the world because everyone has a voice and everyone's voice is important and should be heard. And I truly believe that. And to silence your voice on your own is to kind of put yourself in this prison. And I just want to break free. Honestly, I just want to break free. So that is my second thing that I'm going to be working on is my voice, using my voice a lot more. And there are some things within that, like these are the big umbrella changes that I want to make. But within these big umbrella shifts, there are minor shifts. So there's a major and minor. And maybe I'll go through each one if anyone's really interested in that. The third one, like I said, is to love myself a lot more. And a lot of it's so amazing how things from your childhood affect you now, because there are things that I went through as a child and a teenager that I'm still like, I still feel like that's still affecting me. Like, why? But it does. So let's just loving myself more. Loving who I am, accepting who I am is a really big thing, even at the age of 40 something. Yeah, and just falling in love with me and falling in love with my life and really enjoying my life and really enjoying me and getting to know who I am and standing in that, standing firm in the woman that I am and the woman that I want to be. You know, the woman that I envision myself being, she loves herself and she, you know, she's not mean or anything about it, but she loves who she is and she knows who she is, and she's not going to fake it for anyone else. A lot of times I would feel like I was faking it, and some people can feel that and they feel like you're being fake. And my fakeness wasn't coming from a point of trying to be malicious or mean or deceiving. It was more so coming from a place of trying to fit in. And it's so sad when you think about it, that you can spend your whole life being someone else, being someone that you're not, to please other people. Like, what about you? You're just as important, and you should please yourself too. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Those are the shifts, 3 big shifts that I want to make. And I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and like my channel. I'm a writer, so I enjoy writing a lot more than making videos. So I'll probably write a lot more. So once I get a name to the channel, I have a name for the blog, and I'll put that in the description box as well. But yeah, I enjoyed chatting with you today. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.